you are? Boss man said you'd be up this way. Quick regroup before we shoot up the place?
I wonder if Hiram's home. Just kidding. Guy never sets foot outside.
I wonder how they punch a signal through the gas giant's magnetic field. It can't be easy.
Fox radioed ahead. Said I'm to follow you. Provide whatever support you need. If those bastards start shooting, we'll join in. I gotta warn you, my girl Sunshine here is a tad trigger-happy. Of course, me and her will follow your lead. Just wanted you to know we wouldn't begrudge you of any violent inclinations. Ain't it the same, really? I'd say me and my piece meet each other halfway on the issue. She likes to be used, and I like to put her to good use. As so very often as I can. We can tell friend from foe, mind you, but it's probably best not to walk directly in front of us.
え、当たるの攻撃。バレるとな。
I'm just gonna put this out there. That is a dumb fucking idea. You've got two highly productive purveyors of death at your command, and you ain't going to unleash us? But it's your call. We'll still back you up if you run into trouble.
じゃあまあ敵にバレなければ出てこないね。いろいろルートがありそうやな。ここ降りられへんのちゃうの。あ、いけるか。声出すなよ。あ、上にも人おるやん。帰ってった。あいつはどっちを見てんのかな。このまま登ってもな、上に人おるしな。ん？バレた。もう結局こういうことになるんだよな。ロボットどんどんいっちゃうな。はしごは情報屋がどこにおんのかな。 からか。よかった。
Here they come!
君らやって。メインドアを開けるにはどうしたらいいのかな。てかメインドアはどこにあんの？
Hiram must have sealed the door. He spooks easy.
You may not realize this being as you're an outsider, but the blaring alarms indicate the station's on lockdown. Which means you can't ever get to me. So leave already.
Can't? We'll see about that.
なんかがおるな。
Attacking!
やってしまいなさい。
And that's how it's done, Captain.
早い。
Here's the elevator, but it ain't gonna budge while this place is on lockdown. Guess we keep moving forward. Look for another way up.
なんだこれ。パープルベリーキャンディー。ちゃんとしたもん食べやん。タバコ。環境コントロールの実行とキーカード。バーブ。新しい環境コントロール端末はインストールされ、現在順調に作動しています。おめでとうございます。企業へその件についてあなたがメッセージを送信したため、管理を行うようにお願いします。これを公的通知として考慮し、アクセス用キーカードをどこか引き出しの奥深く、できればアーカイブ内かステーション内の人気のある場所のどこかへ隠してください。というのは無意味な安全機能のせいで、このステーションの効率スコアが急降下することは決して許されないだろうと確信しているからです。システムを試してみようとすら思ったりしないように。緊急サイレンで耳から出血する危険があります。万が一誤って消火システムを、始動させてしまえば、ステーションの業務査定よりも速いスピードでこの室内から空気を抜いてしまいます。ある。なんか怖いこと言ってんな。
You out there, whoever you are, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me, face to intercom.
これのこと？
I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? Unless you are, in fact, trying to suicide by Marauder? And you, Nyoka, what are you doing lugging a stranger into my station?
You could use the socialization, you son of a bitch. Also, she hired me.
To what purpose? I happen to have some significant problems I am dealing with right now. Marauders, running out of purple berry wine 3 days ago, not being able to bloody broadcast. No. We'll deal with information-related business later. As I said, there are bigger problems threatening my life and livelihood at this very moment. The Marauders want me dead. And since my hired hands have clearly turned idle, it appears I need you to clear out the threat. As my newest contractor, you may call me the Broker.
Or we can call you Hiram, on account of that's your damn name, and doubly on the account of the Broker being a dumbass alternative.
What? Everyone calls me that. Aside from you. Oh, now they'll take action. It's about time, I tell you. I'm up to my neck in Marauders in here, which, by the by, they were supposed to prevent. I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. Clear the Marauders out, and I'll pay you double the going rate. They destroy the transmission equipment, and I'll be out of business. The elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Hurry before I have to lock them down again. Too many, considering I hired a bunch of no-good mercs to keep them out in the first place. Already, they've caused considerable damage to the station's property. If they take down the broadcast equipment, I'll be out of a job, permanently. Aside from the bits I'll be paying you, you said you wanted something from me. Something information-related. I'll give it to you, in person, once I'm safe.
やっぱそういう話やんな。
Hey, elevators to your right. Get ready. C3's entering through the main doors as we speak. About damn time.
なんか大きな戦いが起こりそうな。
Light 'em on fire, ladies and gents!
おう、君たち頑張りたまえ。あれ、倒されたっぽいで。戦闘が終わらへんのか。一応味方が死なないように助けてあげようか。どこやねん。
That's the last of them, I think.
え、もう済んだん？大したことないやん。なんだこれ。結構強そうやな。これを着てもらおうか。
Marauder free at last! I'll get the door. Do hurry on in.
このロボットは何なんやろ。
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, I'd say this calls for a celebration. And you got me my money's worth out of the C3s. I ought to have simply dealt with you in the first place. Oh no, my business is in trade, not owing others the burden of a favor. This ought to square our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. But I admit, I do wonder why Nyoka has brought you to me. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why, in the nebula, are you here? Ah yes, our little chat on the intercom. You're looking for the premier broker for all of Monarch, which you knew was me, clearly. Phineas must have sent you. He's the only one insane enough to send someone to Monarch to rush me. I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I fulfill my contracts, always.
Oh, you do you? I have lost track of the number of beers you owe me for chasing raptidons off your stoop.
Are you fibbing? Be honest.
I take offense to that. Look, okay. Just, it might take me a while this time. I am awaiting but a single incoming transmission containing the information we desire. But MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar Bay and Amber Heights. In their war against each other, they're scrambling each other's outgoing transmissions. The bandwidth. There's too much blasted background noise. Nothing gets through but their local broadcasts. Which, of course, has inadvertently affected the incoming port and my livelihood.
ステーションの中で奴らの電波を切断できないの？
Graham and his iconoclasts believe anarchy is the way of life. Sanjar opposes it, as he's taking strides to corporatize Stellar Bay. No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. Nothing extraplanetary can get in or out until the frequency pollution thins out. The safest bet is to convince Graham and Sanjar to stop transmitting on their end. My former partner, Sanjar, transmits from his office in MSI's headquarters in the center of town. Don't let him try to fool you. While his messages might seem like gibberish, they are in reality coded business orders to off-world companies. I understand why he needs the bandwidth, but we had a deal and he's broadcasting ceaselessly. Amber Heights is one of the only surviving settlements outside of Stellar Bay. Graham Bryant and the iconoclasts there got their hands on a working relay station. Now they're ceaselessly transmitting philosophist ramblings on my airwaves. You do that, I'll be here, waiting on the receiving end. Luck be with you. I have a feeling you'll be needing a pinch of it, plus a vat of patience. Is that a trick question? Because to answer it, you'd need to pay me. Of course, I could offer you a vastly more interesting bit of data instead. Try me. Ask me anything you'd like. I'll even offer it for free. We'll call it an exchange for your help with the broadcasts. Ask me what you will. There are so many members. Do specify.
これ聞いてもな。
If you try to cite me on this, I will deny. Do you understand? What I am about to reveal is the sort of information that gets a body disappeared. MSI's ownership of Monarch is technically legal, but it would give MSI too much power on the board to grant them such status. That the chairman is politically motivated to keep Monarch from being re-recognized as a legal part of the colony, and his actions as a result are highly illegal. And that is all you will get from me regarding such a deadly piece of data. Luckily for you, I am a veritable font of information. They are a curious lot. Insufferable. And short-sighted, too. What else do you wish to know? Sanjar's not actually at fault for his past performance reviews, but he can keep hunting for loopholes to get back on the board for the next century. He'll never be reinstated. Not in his lifetime. For Nebula's sake, even with the loophole I gave him, he's only in charge of MSI because every other exec died during the massacre at Amber Heights.
大虐殺ってのは誰かが意図的に起こしたんじゃないのかな。
I gave Sanjar and Graham legal information that would allow MSI to own Terra 1 once the other corporations had abandoned the planet. The execs had their concerns, but before the matter could be resolved, pirates raided their homes in the night. Some say Graham suffers from nightmares that leave him sweat-drenched and screaming. I would assume it stems from the friends and family he lost in Amber Heights all those years ago. You mean between MSI, the Iconoclasts, and myself? I bet neither of those megalomaniacs told you I was the true mastermind behind Monarch. Back when the colony was still Terra 1 and corporations were abandoning us left and right, I'm the one who approached Sanjar and Graham with the means to our salvation. I offered them a legal way to take control of the planet. If MSI were the only corporation here, they could claim sole ownership. Precisely. The other corporations were fleeing because of the hazard clause declaring Terra 1 uninhabitable. But MSI had lagged behind, giving Sanjar and Graham an opportunity. Take over MSI, stay here while the other corps left, take over the planet. Precisely. Without me, they never would have done more than play Revolution in hushed whispers over scuzzy kale ales in the tavern. Thus, the bargain was struck. They could run MSI while I would operate Devil's Peak Station. Unfortunately, relations have soured over time. Competing ideologies. Graham believes Sanjar has become corrupted by the corporate lifestyle, that he is now similar to the original corporate executives they sought to reform. And Sanjar has learned the hard way that Graham is quite morally gray. Luckily for you, I am a veritable font of information. Not much, admittedly. Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I use as a physical go-between. The rest is history. As far as what's between us, I mean. Outside of that, well, that's a Raptidon of another color. I do know this much. There is a sharper side to the good scientist than you'd expect. If allegations are to be believed, the experiments he conducts for the greater good are in fact treasonous and for self-gain. I am not convinced as to the validity of these allegations, considering the source, but I am also not unconvinced either. Luckily for you, I am a veritable font of information. What? No. Why would I go out of my way to intercept messages from Earth? There's no market for them. No buyer means it's not worth my time. Now, if you wanted me to intercept a certain one, that might be worth it for the right price. How low you seemingly regard my trade. I may have a secret for you, for the right exchange. How low you seemingly regard my trade. Nyoka, pick me up some Stimulotion and a bottle of purple berry wine when you're next in Stellar Bay.
情報屋が MSI とユーザー破壊主義者と取引するのを手伝う。何が見れんの？状態ステーションの第一大気は現在姉妹町からの継続的伝送により許容値を消化しています。録音の際の非公式なシグナルは分離できます。ナンバー配置のデータはもともと偶像破壊主義者のものである。グラハムが黒幕だ。話をしてみなければ。ステラベイの放送は意味不明な暗号化を施されている。サンジャルへの脅迫に使えるかもしれない。奴のサインがあちこちに添えてある。ファイラムブライブの個人ファイル。あえて言うが、俺の将来は明るい。実際俺は放送室という聖地を離れることなく、捜査の全域をこなすことができる。サンジェルとグラハムは約束通り第1回目の放送を邪魔してこなかった。契約は成立している。そして俺は、ここで人生を作っていけるんじゃないだろうか。先日ニアミスを犯してしまった。評議会の後を追われるところだった。あの試運転は失敗区分としてマークしておこう。だけども、最善手段を確かめるためには誰かが実験しなければならない。使用されていない複数の周波数に通常のニュース放送を重ねて載せることで検出を回避できることが判明した。モナークからの非公式放送の制限された周波数内で検出を回避するための現段階における最も信頼できる手段だ。情報収集の仲間たちは音声域を遮断することで埋め込まれているデータを分離できることを知っている。これに評議会の権力者たちはお妻が働いていない。こんなにスリリングな遊びは初めてだ。危険な遊びでも大博打でも大博打でも味わえなかった。 あのクソガキどもめ、お互いをいがみ合っていたサンジェルとグラハムが俺のメインの退役の境地を超過させやがった。あいつらお互いを俺も巻き添えにして潰すだろうな。あいつらをこの遊びに招待しなければよかった。でもだからといってどうすればいい？何をすべきかだな、マジで。どうした？
Bloodbath like that calls for a celebratory drink.
どういうこと？
Bloodbath like that calls for a celebratory drink.
Sure am glad the station's under control again. Means we get paid.
君ら本当に報酬もらえんのか？そしたらどうすんのかは分からんけども、2人のリーダーを説得してなんやかんやすると。